Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to Sky Sports News, Man United are in continued negotiations with Borussia Dortmund over Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is very likely to join Manchester United. Manchester United are closing in on the signing of Jadon Sancho in a £77 million deal. Dortmund have said they want £77 million plus add-ons. Borussia Dortmund believe Jadon Sancho to Manchester United could be wrapped up by the end of this week. Fabrizio Romano recently said that Man United contacted Jadon Sancho's camp over the weekend, and he also said Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund are confident a deal for Jadon Sancho will go through. Romano said not so long ago that Man United reached an agreement with Jadon Sancho's camp. The personal terms have been agreed and a 5-year contract worth £250,000 a week has been agreed. We had an opening offer of £67 million rejected for Jadon Sancho. Sancho already has a gentleman's agreement with Borussia Dortmund to join Manchester United. Dortmund said not so long ago that Sancho will remain at Dortmund if we've not matched their valuation for Sancho by the end of July. Dortmund have identified their replacement for Sancho. They're looking at Daniel Malin from PSV. Said today that Liverpool are looking to hijack our move. We've been in for Sancho now for like the last 2 years or so it has been a long-running transfer saga. There's always been something in Jadon Sancho to Manchester United because it's been stemming from reliable journalists. Fabrizio Romano's spoken a lot about the Sancho saga, and so too has Christian Fark from Bild. Dortmund have lowered their asking price from what they was demanding last summer. Last summer, Dortmund were demanding £108 million. We was reluctant to meet that valuation, but Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close because the personal terms had been agreed, the agent fees had been agreed, and a contract and that had been agreed. Dortmund set a deadline last year. They said we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We missed out on that deadline, so Sancho remained at Dortmund. But it'll be a great signing for Manchester United. Sancho's endured 4 years at Dortmund. Dortmund paid just £7 million for him from Man City, and he's got a contract with Dortmund until 2023. He said if we fail to sign Sancho, we will look at Kingsley Coman from Bayern Munich as an alternative. Now, the Paul Pogba transfer race begins. Now, Paul Pogba has come out and said that he has more freedom at France than he does at Manchester United. Paul Pogba's also set a goal target for next season. He hopes to score around 15 goals. Now, Paul Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. You know, he's been relentlessly linked with a return to Juventus. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Manchester United. There's obviously been talks of a Cristiano Ronaldo and Paul Pogba swap deal. You know, it said Paul Pogba could leave Man United if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Juventus. Cristiano Ronaldo could be making a sensational return to Man United. Reports from Italy have said that Man United have offered Cristiano Ronaldo a 2-year contract worth £17 million per year, which equates to around £330,000 per week. Paul Pogba, he's been linked with Real Madrid before. He's also been linked with PSG. Kim Pembe recently said he would be happy to welcome Paul Pogba at PSG. Barcelona have been in for him before, and Inter Milan were in for him a while ago. Now, Sky Sports News recently said that Man United opened talks with Paul Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Paul Pogba insists that, you know, he's not in contract negotiations with Man United. We fear losing Paul Pogba on a free transfer. We fear that he's running down his contract to leave on a free. Pogba's current contract expires next year because obviously last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. But Solskjaer hopes Paul Pogba stays and signs a new contract. Towards the end of last season, it said that Man United were willing to offer Paul Pogba a new £400,000 a week contract. But it says Pogba was demanding in the excess of £500,000 a week. It actually said we'll sell him if he doesn't sign a new contract. But we have been getting the best out of Pogba in recent months. You know, he does bring creativity to the team, and in games last season, you know, we played him in an advanced role. He's much better in an advanced role than he is in a deeper role. Pogba's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. And he's endured 5 seasons at Manchester United since he rejoined. Pogba was out with a thigh injury for a while at one point, and he's sustained a couple of ankle injuries. Mino Raiola has been desperate to get his client out of the football club. Mino Raiola did a lot of talking last season. Mino Raiola came out and said he doesn't give a fuck if he doesn't take another player to Man United as long as his clients are happy. He also criticised Sir Alex Ferguson for forcing Pogba out of the club when he was younger. Also, last season he did say that he's got no intentions of destabilising his client's season, and he made an admission saying that he was working quietly on Paul Pogba's transfer to avoid offence. And back in December, Mino Raiola made an announcement regarding Paul Pogba, and Solskjaer was furious with his agent's announcement. Mino Raiola did say towards the end of last season he wants Paul Pogba to win trophies at Man United or at another top European club. Now, earlier on today, I gave you the news on Kieran Trippier. Manchester United have made a second bid for Kieran Trippier in the region of 21.5 million. Diego Simeone is close to accepting. Manchester United's low transfer bid for Kieran Trippier angered Atletico Madrid because Football Insider said not so long ago that we had an opening offer of £10 million rejected for Trippier. Atletico Madrid have already revealed their asking price. They want around £30 million. Kieran Trippier's release clause is £35 million. Diego Simeone recently said he's got no intentions of letting Trippier leave. Kieran Trippier has told his England teammates that he wants to join Manchester United this summer. And the player has been house hunting, so reflecting on that, that's fueled speculation. We was interested in Kieran Trippier in the January transfer window, but we culled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. The reason we want Kieran Trippier is because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been unhappy with Wan-Bissaka's attacking output. Wan-Bissaka is the only recognised senior right back at Manchester United at the moment. We need someone to come in to provide competition for him. Kieran Trippier's current contract expires next year. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for him from Tottenham. He's highly experienced because he is the age of 30. Yesterday, I gave you the news on Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Reports from Spain said that Rafael Varane is set to snub Manchester United to join PSG. You know, he wants to make a return to France. Rafael Varane has been refusing a contract at Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano said that not so long ago. And he actually said Man United offered Varane a salary that Real Madrid cannot match. It's €12 million, which equates to just over 10 million in pounds sterling. Mundo Deportivo said not so long ago that Real Madrid lowered their asking price for Rafael Varane. I think they're willing to accept around £52 million now. Varane spoke out on his future before the Euros. He said it's unlikely his future will be resolved for the European Championships this summer. Man United have already held talks with his representatives. At one point, Real Madrid wanted £60 million, and towards the end of last season, they rejected a £40 million bid. We was in for Varane 10 years ago under Ferguson, but we didn't get him and was prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. But I can assure Varane is leaving Real Madrid. His current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. So yeah, Solskjaer has already decided on his transfer targets. We're looking to get a striker in, we're looking to get a right winger in, we're looking to get a right back in, and we're looking to get a centre half in. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window in order for Man United to challenge for the Premier League title next season. And I'm convinced we can challenge for the title next season, providing that we recruit well in this summer transfer window. The other week, it said that Solskjaer had been given a £150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players, and our board have said they'll be backing Solskjaer with a new 3-year contract and summer signings, despite the Europa League final loss. But this summer transfer window is massive for Solskjaer, and I think he is aware of that. It's very imperative he gets the players he wants to recommend in. This is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Obviously, we're going to offload players in this summer transfer window, so in that aspect we'll generate money and it will help us with our rebuilding process. Next season is going to be massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think he is aware of that. You know, next season I'd say Solskjaer's got to win a trophy at Manchester United if he is to remain Manchester United manager. Because Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017, which is 4 years ago. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. You know, next season will be Solskjaer's 3rd full season. Solskjaer has obviously endured 2 full seasons at the moment, and he's been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 30 months, which is over 2 years. But I can assure he isn't the long-term manager for Manchester United, and I think quite a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But I think he does deserve next season. Obviously, there is a lot of United fans that are Ole in. They believe that he needs more time, but obviously there's been United fans demanding Ole out. They've got their reasons behind it. But if we do eventually decide to sack Solskjaer, who's going to come in to replace him? Now, there is good players at Manchester United, and there's players that have really, really improved. Dean Henderson, he's a very, very good goalkeeper. I don't want us to sell Dean Henderson in this summer transfer window. There's rumours that, you know, Dean Henderson may leave. It's a big mistake if we let Dean Henderson go. Obviously, we made him our number 1 goalkeeper last season. He did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season, did Dean Henderson. And Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield United. He's also had other loan spells before And before the start of last season, Dean Henderson signed a 6-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Dean Henderson's got to stay as our number one. But actually, some United fans preferred De Gea over Dean Henderson. Luke Shaw, he's improved. Luke Shaw was our best player last season. You know, in a lot of his games showed very good attacking intent, got into good positions, put good crosses into the box, provided width, created good chances for his teammates, and defensively he was superb. Luke Shaw's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. He's been at the club now for 7 years, and Shaw still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Telles last year. Shaw was poor though towards the end of last season. You know, he looked off the pace for like 3 games in a row. Alex Telles, he hadn't played many games for Man United, but in some of the games he was involved in last season, I thought he was consistent. There's actually been rumours of Telles possibly leaving the club. He's only enjoyed 1 full season at Man United. We got Telles in a deal worth 15.4 million with Porto. I think there was add-ons included. Eric Bailly, I think he's a good centre-half for us, but Eric Bailly is too injury prone, so in that aspect he is a liability. Towards the end of last season, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. There's also an option of a further year. Eric Bailly has been at Manchester United now for around 5 years. We got him for £30 million from Villarreal back in 2016. And Wan-Bissaka, he's also a good right back, and I think aspects of his game have improved. He's still got to show more in the attacking third of the pitch, but there was actually some games last season where Wan-Bissaka showed some good attacking intent and he got in some good positions and he put good crosses into the box. And defensively, he's always been superb. And Wan-Bissaka is one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. And Wan-Bissaka has enjoyed 2 full seasons at Man United. We got him in a deal worth 50 million from Palace in the summer of 2019. Scott McTominay, he's a decent player, but he's not yet on that level where I want him to be at. The question is, can he emulate to that level where I want him to be at? McTominay needs more time. He's still young. He's got a lot of development in him. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a 5-year contract with Man United. Paul Pogba's really improved. Like I said earlier on, we've been getting the best out of him in recent months. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, he's very, very good. He's made the difference in this team. Not so long ago, Bruno Fernandes won Player of the Year. He's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. In most of his games at Man United, he's been consistent, but there's also been a few games where he's looked off the pace. We have overplayed him. Fernandes has been at Manchester United now for around, 17 or 18 months? Towards the end of last season, it said that Bruno Fernandes is set to sign a new contract with Man United worth £200,000 a week, so willing to double his wages, because Fernandes admitted he's been happy with the progress of Solskjaer's team. Fernandes' current contract expires in 2025. There's an option to extend his contract for a further 12 months. We initially paid £47 million for Bruno Fernandes, but the overall cost with add-ons is just over £67 million. He predominantly plays as a number 10. Mason Greenwood has been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad, despite him going a long period without scoring. Mason Greenwood signed a 4-year contract last season. He deserved a new contract, reflecting on his good performances. Greenwood's been at United since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time, and he's been in our senior squad since 2019. Sometimes we play him centrally, sometimes we play him on the right. There's going to be a problem with Mason Greenwood, though, if Sancho comes in. It looks likely now that Jadon Sancho's coming. Marcus Rashford, he's good when he wants to be, but he's enjoyed his bad periods as well, and he's become injury prone at Man United. Rashford, he's sustained quite a few injuries now. We need to keep Rashford out on the left. That's because he's more effective there. Don't like him on the right, and I don't really like him up top. There again, he's had a couple of good games playing up top. Edison Cavani, he's also made a fantastic impact since he's come in, and I'm glad Edison Cavani is staying at Manchester United for next season. Romano said towards the end of last season that Cavani signed a 1-year contract. So, there you go. The players I think could leave Manchester United in this summer transfer window is Martial. Obviously, Solskjaer's put Martial up for sale because he's fed up with his poor attitude. Duncan Castles, who's a journalist, recently said that Martial's been offered to Real Madrid. A season-long loan with an option to buy is being proposed. Martial's agent is looking to move his client away from the club. Juan Mata possibly could offload him, but there again, Man United have offered Juan Mata a 1-year contract with a wage reduction from his last contract. Juan Mata's current contract expires at the end of this month. I think there's a good chance we're going to offload Donny van der Beek. I think there's a good chance we're going to offload Matic. I think there's a good chance we're going to offload Phil Jones. I think there's a good chance we'll loan Brandon Williams out to gain him more experience and to get a lot more opportunities, because Brandon Williams seldom plays for us. He's our third choice left back. Yeah, there's a good chance we'll get rid of Delors permanently. Good chance we'll get rid of Andres Pereira permanently as well. We could even sell Dina Henderson. I don't want us to, though. I want us to sell De Gea, but he recently said De Gea is convinced he will stay at Manchester United and be Solskjaer's number 1 next season. But, like I said, in regards to Solskjaer, he is our best manager since Ferguson, because in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. The reason Solskjaer is still Manchester United manager is because he's a club legend. That's what's basically saved him. Disregarding being a club legend, I can almost assure he would have been sacked now. So he's still looking to be Manchester United manager. To be honest with you, I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done, so in that aspect I am shocked. You've got to turn around and say, yeah, he's done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. We're given the job permanently in March 2019, reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. Solskjaer knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.